Welcome everyone to Making Mindfulness Your Own. My name is Kyle and I'm really excited to be able to talk with you today and to guide you through this exercise. Today, briefly, I will talk a little bit about how I define mindfulness and what mindfulness has been in my personal practice and in the work that I do. A little bit also about the purpose of why this particular exercise today is valuable and what it can bring into our lives when we connect with it. Why I chose it and some of my history behind the activities of using sound meditations and sound mindfulness, sound healing journeys as a part of the pantheon of different things that help us connect to source, ourselves, our own lived expression. And then kind of break down what did the steps look like for this particular practice, how I have entered into it, and at the very end, a brief experience of what this might sound like in a larger context and what you too can either connect with personally or use recorded music or go to another practitioner and to experience yourself. So before we begin, I'd like to just ground ourselves and bow into space. Let's take 2 breaths to enter in. The first breath is to feel the container and our time together begin, and the second is to bow to each other and this container. Breathe in and out. Feel the time start. Breathe in and a gentle bow. Very good. So to begin, as I cast my own stone into the well of all those who have contributed to the idea of what mindfulness is, I have written here that mindfulness should be called lifefulness. And it is the idea that we are connecting to place and the experience of being present and of bearing witness to the existence that is you, that is me, and all the existence that is unfolding around us. This is the experience of being present and feeling that, of connecting to that unfolding, unweaving existence, that we are always on the cutting precipice of the next moment. And that is what many of our teachers, be it Tolle or Cornfield or John Kabat-Zinn and countless other teachers as well, continue to admonish and remind us that when we experience this threshold of the now and we allow ourselves to sit in that unfolding place, that is what we might consider mindfulness. If we had to put a flag there, that's a good flag to place. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the idea of a sound journey, sound mindfulness, when we are connecting to the sonosphere within our environment and immersing our consciousness into that space. And I have written and I've meditated a little bit on the idea of the sound journey tethering us into this moment by evoking and echoing the emotions within into that sound around us and helping us connect to it in a primordial way. I imagine us being within our mother's wombs, and before we have sight, before we have taste, before we have anything, we have the sound of the beat, boom, 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 and the shum, the shoo, 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 as the blood rushes around us within that womb environment. They say the decibels, if my memory holds correct, can be almost 70 or plus decibels, loud like a vacuum cleaner. It's not a quiet, warm place. It's a place full of sound and rhythm and voice as the humming echo of the conversations in the world around. And so sound becomes this primordial tether that can bring us into the present moment, since that is some of the first experiences we have being within this physical place. And so it's a very embodied practice, a sound journey, and it can invoke great emotional response as well within us. And so today we're going to touch on the hint of that a little bit. Why I've chosen this, just to get kind of spontaneously reflective, I feel like this has been my experience as a young person, as a young adult, as an adult now, that I've continuously turned to drumming and wood flutes and guitar and things that have brought me into this word catharsis that I've used once before, an emotional release that has been really meaningful. And so I just feel like both that cathartic, reflective place is so easy to access in some contexts with some people through experiences of really entering into sounds and music that is meaningful to them. So it's been a prominent ally, and I'd like to share with you a little bit today. So the brief steps is we need to slow down, first of all. We need to center our breathing. We need to feel the time we are in. The music always rests in time, and the songs, they can pluck us into places many years ago when we've heard that song in a particular moment and place in our lives, and poof, we're grounded in that thing immediately, like we've never left. And so when we enter into these places of sound reflective journeys, let us tether ourselves to that as well. And we breathe in, and we prepare. And we listen, we feel, and we flow with the music. Let ourselves be taken and moved into that space. And at the end, we breathe in and we bow. So, without further ado, for the next couple minutes, let's sample this. Let's try this together. So, I invite you to breathe in, slow down, feel this time like it is a material fabric that wraps around you and moves forward. Here we are, right now. Capture this moment for you. Breathe in, and let's begin. Breathe in, breathe out, feel the moment, feel any flow or tension or resistance in your body. This moment is about to come to an end. Breathe in and bow and exhale. It's been a pleasure to share this with you today, and please leave any comments below that you'd like, and maybe we can start a discussion about what works for you and and how you connect with sound. Many blessings. Bye-bye.